Howdy. I want to apologize in advance for poor audio. I am very particular about audio, and this is not the way I like to record audio. But bear with me. I've got a lot of irons on the fire. I'm in the middle of building a really nice, beautiful website, and then I've got the repair business going on. So thankfully, I've been kept fairly busy. So, pardon this video for the audio anyway, and I'll try to have it set up better for the future. But I wanted to point this article out to you because there was a little bit of talk about this, not a lot, but a little bit of talk about this when the event happened. And it would seem that we're starting to get a little more information. Now, I want to make this clear that the web page you're looking at is not referring to the drone event that led to the shutdown of airspace, okay? I'm sure many of you are very familiar with what I'm saying. That raised a lot of questions. People were wondering why would the airspace need shut down for that long a period of time for just a, an incursion. Seemed kind of odd, huh? Well, that same day, people have pointed out that there were power problems that were going on, the electrical issues that were going on, roughly in the same area. Well, I would say it's a pretty safe bet that folks figured it out. And this is a different situation. This is not the same situation, okay? This is actually kind of humorous. The U.S. military used a laser Thursday to shoot down a seemingly threatening drone flying near the U.S.-Mexico border. It turned out the drone belonged to Customs and Border Protection. Yes, our government shot down their own drone. Why? Because that's what our government does, right? They can't convict Epstein victims, and they can't shoot down the enemy's drones. They can only shoot ours. Anyway, this is without a doubt confirming. Oh, this one says it's the second time in 2 weeks that the laser was fired in the area. The last time was CBP. That used the weapon and nothing was hit. That incident occurred near Fort Bliss and prompted the FAA to shut down air traffic. So it does talk about that one in this article. Man, I'm telling you, folks, I am telling you. One other little tidbit I want to give you. You know, walls. Walls. Walls don't only keep people out. They also keep people in. I think folks need to focus on that aspect of it a little bit more. Not that I'm saying, no, we need to leave the borders open. That's not in any way, shape, or form the argument I'm making. Be careful, because they will often use what you think is a good idea against you. Remember that. This is nothing new. We've been playing with lasers, meaning we, the military, has been playing with lasers since the 80s that I can confirm. I'm sure it probably goes back before then. I can confirm the 80s as them testing them as weapons platforms. The problem was power, because for those particular types of lasers, we needed a lot of power. And some of them, I think, were like chemical style lasers, and they needed other types of things. So as far as being a portable option back in the 80s, a laser really wasn't. But now that's a different story, a very different story these days. So keep an eye on that, because when I say that we haven't seen nothing yet, you have no idea how wide of a swath that covers. And it most certainly includes military capability. Our military doesn't even know what the military's capability is. Why? Because they're not given those toys yet. Those toys are there. They're available. They're warehoused. But you don't want to just put all that kind of tech right out in the open just because you can. That's not very strategic. I would expect to see a lot more of this. I don't know, man. We got some crazy times coming. That I do know. Keep an eye on this. I think we're far from done with seeing these type of incidents. I think it's just beginning. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Try to get something done. Try to get something accomplished today. Even if it's setting up an email server right. I battled with that about an hour or so ago, a couple hours ago. But hey, I won the battle. So, anyway, back to the grind. I've got website pages to build. Hope you all have a good one. We'll see you soon. Shalom.